Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. So the internet is buzzing again, and this time it's all about Yara Zaya and the rumors flying around about a possible pregnancy. Fans of 90 Day Fiancé have been keeping a very close eye on her social media, picking apart every photo, every outfit, and every comment. But what really sent people into overdrive was when Jovi, her husband, was recently seen out partying without Yara, and not just partying solo, but surrounded by a group of attractive women, including one fellow 90 Day cast member who has definitely raised some eyebrows. That combination of circumstances has led to some serious questions. Is Yara pregnant? Is there trouble in paradise? What does she really think about Jovi's night out, and how is she responding to all the speculation? Let's break this down from the start. It all began when fans noticed something different about Yara's recent posts. Her normally figure-hugging outfits became a bit looser. She wasn't posting as many full-body photos. There were a few hints in her Instagram stories that seemed subtle but very telling, like avoiding alcohol or placing emojis over her midsection in certain clips. And as any fan of 90 Day Fiancé knows, the moment a cast member does something even slightly out of the ordinary, the rumor mill kicks into high gear. But then, while fans were already wondering whether Yara might be expecting baby number 2, Jovi was spotted in what many described as a bachelor-style night out. He was at a club, champagne in hand, looking like he was living his best life, and not a trace of Yara in sight. To make it more intense, one of the women seen in photos and videos with him is a known face from the 90 Day universe. That only added fuel to the fire. People immediately began asking, why would Jovi be out partying without his wife if she was pregnant? Is he stepping out on Yara again? Is this a sign of something deeper going on behind the scenes? When Yara finally addressed the rumors, she didn't exactly go into full detail, but her message was clear enough to get people talking even more. In a recent Q&A on her Instagram stories, a fan asked directly if she was pregnant. Yara smiled, gave a coy laugh, and replied, "That's for me to know, and maybe for you to find out later." That kind of answer doesn't exactly slam the door on the speculation. In fact, it opens it wider. Because now it's not just a rumor, it's a possibility that she's not denying. So let's think about this from a fan's perspective. If Yara was pregnant, it would explain a lot. The change in her fashion choices, her sudden shift in energy, even the way she's been a little more private than usual. But then the question becomes, why is Jovi out on the town, looking like a single guy, if his wife is pregnant at home? Some say that's just Jovi being Jovi. He's always been the type to want to let loose and have fun. But others argue that if he really has matured, if he's really ready for the next step as a family man, this isn't the kind of behavior you'd expect to see. Digging a little deeper, fans have noticed that Yara and Jovi's recent dynamic on social media has changed. They used to post together more frequently. Now there are fewer couple selfies, more solo shots, and a noticeable distance in their interactions online. Could it be that they're going through something behind closed doors? Maybe. Or it could be that they're just trying to live more privately, which is understandable considering how intense the spotlight can be. But that's not all. What really set people off was a video that emerged of Jovi at the club. In the clip, you can clearly see him laughing, leaning in close to a woman who's definitely not Yara. She's attractive, familiar, and clearly comfortable around him. Fans quickly identified her as a fellow cast member, and that's when the real drama started. Theories popped up everywhere. Are they just friends? Was it innocent fun? Or is there something going on that we don't know about? Now, Yara hasn't publicly called Jovi out. In fact, she's remained surprisingly calm and composed. That could mean a few things. It could mean she trusts him and knows that what people saw wasn't what it looked like. Or it could mean she's trying to keep things under wraps while she figures out what's really going on. What's interesting is that, shortly after the video made its rounds, Yara posted a selfie with the caption, "Peace is better than drama." Subtle, but sharp. Another piece to consider is Yara's past comments about expanding their family. She's always been vocal about wanting to have another child, but only when the time is right. She said she wants stability, she wants to feel supported, and she wants to be sure that her relationship with Jovi is in a strong place. Could it be that now shift that's making her question everything? And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Jovi's nightlife has caused tension between them. Fans who've watched them from the start know that one of their biggest issues was Jovi's tendency to prioritize partying over parenting. Yara's been patient, but also clear about her boundaries. She wants a partner who's present, who's responsible, and who puts family first. So seeing him out again in this kind of situation understandably raises red flags. What fans are really craving now is clarity. They want to know what's really going on. Is Yara pregnant? Is Jovi being faithful? Are they in a good place or on the brink of splitting up? Right now, the only people who truly know are Yara and Jovi, but their silence or vague responses are leaving everyone guessing. There are even fans who are split on how to interpret the situation. Some think Yara is playing it smart, keeping things private until she's ready to share. Others believe she's using the speculation to keep people engaged and drive up attention. And Jovi? Well, some fans think he's just clueless about how his actions look from the outside. Others believe he knows exactly what he's doing and just doesn't care. What's undeniable is that this situation has put a spotlight back on their relationship in a big way. And with that comes both support and criticism. There are fans who are rallying behind Yara, praising her strength and independence. Others are calling out Jovi, saying he needs to step up and stop acting like he's still single. And then there's the group that thinks the whole thing is just a misunderstanding blown out of proportion. Interestingly, this might not be the only clue Yara's given about what's going on. In a recent livestream, she mentioned feeling tired, emotional, and craving weird food. Of course, that could mean anything, but to fans looking for signs, it sounded an awful lot like early pregnancy symptoms. And when someone asked if she gained a little weight, she didn't get upset. She just laughed and said, "Maybe just a little." Again, not a denial. As for Jovi, he hasn't really addressed the video or the party rumors. He's posted a few lighthearted stories, showing himself with friends, acting like everything's fine. That could be damage control, or it could just be him brushing it all off. Either way, the contrast between his carefree posts and Yara's more reflective tone is hard to ignore. So what comes next? If Yara is pregnant, she's likely waiting for the right time to make a full announcement. Maybe she's trying to make sure everything is okay first. Maybe she wants to do it on her own terms, not because fans are demanding answers. And if she's not pregnant, then this entire rumor storm is just another example of how quickly things can spiral when you live your life in the public eye. But if there's one thing fans have learned about Yara over the years, it's that she's strong, she's smart, and she doesn't play games when it comes to her family. She's built a brand, a following, and a life outside of the 90-day spotlight, and she's not about to let it all get derailed by a night out or a rumor. So whether she's expecting or not, one thing's for sure. Yara is in control of her narrative, and she'll speak when she's ready. Until then, fans will keep watching, speculating, and looking for clues in every post, every word, and every look. Because when it comes to Yara and Jovi, nothing stays quiet for long. And with a love story as complicated and public as theirs, the next chapter is always just around the corner. Stay tuned, because something tells us the story isn't over yet. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.